Photoniks. Photoniks. Photoniks.
Welcome to Photoniks. I'm Mr. Daps.
And I'm Clocky. And we're going to look at...
You do it.
You do. Yeah, we're going to look at some we're going to look at some vintage Disney photos today. All of Disneyland this time, so that'll be fun. And have a fun time doing it. It's first time back for a while.
For us. I mean, they don't know any
yeah.
difference, but
could be yesterday for all they know. Yeah, and so I went through actually this episode. We're going to kind of focus a bit on Fantasyland and Fantasyland from a specific vantage point. So that'll be fun.
Which I love. But before we get into that, take a moment to rate us or listen first and then rate us. That might work too. If you haven't done it yet, subscribe. And then as you go through it, we'd love to hear your comments also, especially we're assuming somebody out there knows more than we do. In fact, we're 99.999% chance sure of that. And there's things in these pictures that we just don't know. And sometimes we do, but let us know your observations, your thoughts, your knowledge in the comments and help us explore these photos through, or this Disney history through photos together.
Yeah, that includes you, Doug, because I know you were watching our episode with the train. And if there's something that we missed, we'll go back and look at it again. I think that'll be a fun end of season wrap up.
I like that idea.
What did we miss? That'll be fun. Something
it can go up New Year's week, right?
Right.
All right. Should we look at some pictures?
I'm already looking at one, so let's let everyone else look at it too.
Okay, here you go.
All right.
I love this.
So obviously what we're looking at is Fantasyland from the Skyway, and this particular image of Fantasyland is from the OG Fantasyland. Teacups in their original location, carousel in its original location. It's hard to say what year this is, but based on tree growth, I'd say somewhere between 55 and 60.
I agree with you on that. Also, just looking at the way people are dressed. The thing I'm really noticing with this, though, I love this vantage point. Can you imagine trying to navigate Fantasyland today if it was like that?
It was this well, and it's interesting to see. The other thing I noticed is how crowded it is.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically the line for Peter Pan that wraps around that queue area. Wow. I'm like, wait, that's still a 45-minute wait for Peter Pan, even back in the 1950s.
Some things never change.
But
I just can't imagine today's crowds trying to get through how small that is and tight that, that's amazing. It's also kind of fun looking at the horizon and seeing the different turrets and the way they made the castle walls back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because definitely, because 83, this all changed, but you don't realize how far the castle went out.
Yeah.
Around the Fantasyland,
which it kind of does again in the last few years when they added those walls up or turrets or whatever you want to call them at the top. But the thing I notice about them is look at how stark they are. Like they're not as whimsical. Like especially the one in the middle that's very that rectangular one. Thank you.
Yeah.
But it's almost a little bit more realistic instead of Fantasyland or fantasy, and it's very fun to see that.
Oh, wow. Okay. So now that we're zoomed in here, over here on the right is Tomorrowland, and that's all the flags of the world, or all the flags of the state.
Very cool.
Yeah. That's
good eye. It's also fun to see those trees on the other side of the wall because there's still trees there that are big. And I mean, they might be a little bit further off to the right as we're looking at this now, but some things don't change even though there's no Matterhorn there yet.
Well, there may be a Matterhorn. So I would say this is why I can't tell if it's 59 or later, because Matterhorn would be the other direction. but I also don't. I mean,
Would it be that far to the left? Because that's
Yes.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride there, right?
yes, but you would pass Mr. Toad on the right, because one of my favorite footprints that's still there from the Skyway is
Mhm.
in the middle of Mr. Toad's queue, is where one of the
Oh, you're right.
towers
I
was.
see what you're saying now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
do
we
remember
would-
that now.
So the Matterhorn would be over to the left a bit more in this photo, but looking everything else, look, tree growth really is where you kind of start with
Mhm.
the early stuff. Other things I noticed, less strollers, right? There's maybe one here.
Yep. But I noticed that when I travel overseas too.
Yeah. The other is I noticed zooming in is this
Picket
ladder.
gate on the right.
On the right.
See at the booth, there's like a little picket gate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You were going to point something out too.
No, the ladder. This is something that I don't think you would see in Disneyland now.
Oh, you're right. That is a ladder.
Just next to the attraction, not
How
tucked
random.
away. Yeah.
And nobody on it.
Nobody on it, and guests
That I can
in. So
tell.
it's not like they're working on the teacups. So palm tree right here. And then, the carousel. Yeah, so I wonder, that's interesting. What ride operator or break room is that? Is that a break room?
It almost looks like it's almost like we had a little bit of extra wood, so we just made this little gate.
That'll stop people.
Oh, absolutely. Very cool.
Actually, we may be able to tell because I think they added some lights to this at some point. So this may be even earlier than 59.
Okay.
So somewhere between, and Skyway wasn't opening day attraction either. So 58, 59, no later than 60 though.
Interesting.
Oh, interesting. Anything else about this photo? We get a little bit of the castle and then the power lines in the back. Also fun.
You know what I don't think I see? Can you zoom in and then scroll around the crowds? Maybe go from bottom and then just kind of go around the outside.
Let's let it focus a bit. All right.
Okay, I do see a couple dresses.
Right. Long pants on
Long
everyone.
pants. But do we see any suit coats or ties?
Right.
Because we have in some of the older pictures, the first year or two. And it could be it's August or something, so it's just
Could
too
be, yeah.
hot. But
Hats.
as they should.
Yeah, still long skirts though. I mean,
Yeah.
because even these dresses over here.
And look at that exit sign. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like somebody could look at that exit sign and the designs on the teacups and be like, oh yeah, that's this year because they have this flourish on it.
Or actually looking at how many blank teacups are there.
Oh yeah.
Was that
That
a design choice?
or yeah, who knows?
Or lack of time and availability of artists to finish.
Right. The other thing I wonder if there'd be a way to tell when this is by looking at the skyline back past Tomorrowland. Because I don't know when things were built outside of the berm necessarily. But you see those trees out there, which I assume are behind Tomorrowland. And maybe even out by Harbor. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Next photo.
Very much so.
Here we go. Now we know we have a Matterhorn.
You're correct. Is this all from the same
And
trip, or are these different photos?
These are different photos. So I was going
Okay.
through finding stuff and I said, hey, these ones will be a lot of fun. So we are
I
flying.
love that you can see the Alice in Wonderland in
The
the
book.
bottom corner. Yeah.
We have an Alice in Wonderland book. We have the old oval benches,
Yeah.
which are fun. We have a. Is that?
I would be okay with those returning, to be honest.
We have a photo spot, picture spot.
Love it. Look at the exit for Matterhorn too. Like
just
no gates or no fence along the side. You just walk out on the path.
right. Well, and also how much is here, because this is
Mhm.
definitely post 59, pre 64. So this is well before we were getting Small World Mall or anything that direction. So just kind of the greenery
Keep you going
areas.
this way. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can you look up at the top of the picture and zoom in? Or I don't know how good or how
Let's
much.
see. So we
Oh,
see
that's fun.
some stuff out here.
Well, I'm
And
looking at Autopia.
Autopia, yeah.
That's very fun.
Yeah, with the
You can even see the Autopia sign, very like half of it.
the Autopia sign and the Richfield Oil eagle.
Yeah. How fun.
That's something I always look for. That's a fun one to see, because
I also see a garbage can now down. There you go.
Yep, 2,
3, I think.
3.
Go to
there's
your right underneath.
1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, and if you scroll back out, there's one over here, 5. So at least 5 garbage cans.
I feel like
One
we
vendor.
should track how many garbage cans we see in pictures and which one ends up being the most. I love the vendor's hat.
Oh, yeah.
It almost
boater.
reminds me of like a Fred Astaire movie or something.
We have a stroller here. I saw a wheelchair too. That was,
That
wheelchair
might be our
down here.
first wheelchair we've seen in a
photo.
Photoniks episode. Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Lots of dresses, lots of short sleeve dress shirts for men, which is that's honestly the way to do it.
This is summer. We've got kids in shorts and shorter skirts. And we've got the old toboggans.
Yeah.
Let's see, what do we have back here? More Autopia.
Is that a cast member up in the middle with the white shirt? Maybe a tie. Maybe that's a guest. I don't know.
That might be a guest, or that might be security.
Oh, that could be.
But yeah, cast members there.
I do like that. Look at the old parade lights too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The just the can
The
lights.
cans.
The monorail track.
Uh-huh.
But I don't see a monorail coming or going.
I was to say that would make this picture even more iconic, because if we had a monorail going through it somewhere. It is fun to see the signs on the skyline. Like, I'm sure they're blurry, but
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, we're missing anything else here? Entrance for that. Marian Birthday to You. It's a fun trip over Fantasyland.
It is interesting too, seeing the flow of crowd. Like, is that the line to get into Matterhorn at the time?
So I would assume so, because here's the thing: I don't see anything over this direction.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how the queue worked. If you got in line for either or both sides of the Matterhorn,
right? Huh? Very cool.
All right, let's see what is next. All right, here we're looking back at Fantasyland, or coming into Fantasyland, and we have the Chicken of the Sea pirate ship, the top of something over here, probably a shop or the food place that was over there, and then Cinderella Castle in Storybook Land.
That's what jumped out at me the moment we saw it. This picture.
And we can actually see we're in gondolas now, so we know we're later in the 60s.
And the fact that they're in color.
And well, that too. Then also it's obscured by the little flag post here, but that right there is Skull Rock.
I was gonna say, is that Skull Rock in the corner? Yeah.
That's Skull Rock.
Is that also in the kind of behind it to the right? Would that have been where the Storybook canal boats went through, and you'd see I don't know what to call it, the tapestry of plants or whatever?
So yeah, I think that square right there is probably the blanket, the quilt.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. What's interesting, I'd have to look at more photos, but this waterfall I don't think I've seen. But from photos that I've seen of this, people are either taking photos of the Chicken of the Sea, they're taking photos of the Skull Rock, or they're taking photos of Monstro, and nothing in between.
Which I love how back in that day, that progression, like that feels so much more natural than Monstro into Dumbo. Like, because you have that nautical thing happening all the way through. And I think that works really well. I'm also really struck by the pirate ship and Skull Rock, how similar Fantasy Springs pirate ship and Skull Rock are to this. And I'd be very curious if anybody knows, like, are the dimensions as close as they look like? Like Skull Rock looks a little smaller here, but the pirate ship looks a lot like what you get when you go in Fantasy Springs at Tokyo Disney Sea.
And then I see one garbage can.
Oh yeah,
maybe.
So
I mean, there would
back.
there would be some more in here somewhere, but hard. Maybe that red could be a garbage can. Looking at the size where we are,
don't you kind of wish you knew what kind of camera they were shooting on too?
right?
Cool.
All right, photo number 4. Now we have Storybook Land.
Love it.
And
yeah,
Small World in the background, and guests getting ready to board. Would they board? I guess that's interesting. Look how
that makes so much more sense.
how much further you board on. How much more?
Wait, were they boarding there, or is that just the queue? Oh, it does look like they're going down there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like, because it looks like they're boarding down here on the lower left.
So they must have moved it around when they moved teacups over, because it was going to be too crowded in that walkway.
That makes a lot of sense. That between that and also, I mean, this is all added, right? So Small World being back there is new. So that may have been also, even if they had started here, they may have moved it initially for that, and then moved it back when teacups came around.
It's also interesting to see the path in the top corner or top middle that basically goes to where Fantasyland Theater would be now. And it's a path to nowhere at the time. I think there's just a meadow there, but that's kind of interesting to see too. I don't think you could go in it either, could you?
In the meadow? Probably not.
I think it was just there.
It was just kind of, dead end. And then we have whatever this spire is, which I think was that. I think that was a shop of some sort. I'd have to look at an older map, but I think there was something there.
It's also fairly close to the ticket booth for Storybook Land back in the day,
right? But I don't think
it would be interesting to see a ground level of the shop and the ticket booth, wherever that was.
Zoom in. That's as far as we go.
Darn tree, right? It's also interesting how some of the trees don't have leaves on them right now.
Right. This looks like it could be fall. And then we have one garbage
California.
can.
For all we know, it could be February.
Good, yeah, true.
You see one garbage can?
One garbage can down here on the lower left. And then
5 is our record so far. I love also, I was noticing this a week ago when I was at Disneyland, is the original sign for Small World. Like how that horizontal, like the blue one.
The long run, yeah.
I love that. And the new one's great, but it blocks like shows and, especially with all the facade stuff. And I had that realization on, I think it was a week ago Sunday, I was standing in front of it taking pictures. And with the horizontal, is you're looking at Small World, it basically just blocks that box that's right underneath the face, the turning face. And there's nothing there anyway. So they're very smart with how they designed it, because it doesn't block anything. It's right at the level where nothing's happening. And I feel like it was a very simplistic design back in the day, but there was some brilliance in the simplicity where you could still see the facade of the Small World, as opposed to today's sign that does block stuff, even when it's turned sideways for people to watch the currently Tapestry of Happiness.
it also, I would say, this makes Small World look longer.
And bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Bring it back.
Yeah. Right. Okay. First, bring back the People Mover. Then we can talk about the Small World sign.
Well, yes.
All right. And the next photo.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. So this is a slide, and then that I know I have. You can tell by the color quality for sure. And there we have
later because it looks at. Do I see power lines in the corner?
power
on the left.
Those are, or are they? I gotta think about where we are.
Might be. So we're heading east over Fantasyland.
Right.
We're basically, I think we're over Casey Jr.'s. Isn't this about where Casey Jr.'s
entrance and exit?
Yeah. Is
yeah.
today.
Because that hasn't moved. Everything else around it has. Obviously, the Chicken of the Sea pirate ship is gone, but we see the back of the Chicken of the Sea pirate ship where you get the mermaid, you get the.
Which you don't get as many shots from this side, which is kind of cool.
No, because this is also when we think about when photos would be taken. This is when you're about to get off the attraction. So
is this getting off, or is this as they're going on? Because it looks like they're on the right side.
Okay, so this could be
This looks like you just lifted off and you're heading over to Tomorrowland.
Right.
But either way, it's a transitory time.
So that's is that the Howard Johnson's?
It's possible. Does this one
wild.
zoom at all, or is it pretty grainy?
That's as close as we get. Yeah.
Okay. You can see a tiny bit of the monorail track, it looks like, on the left.
Right there, or?
Yeah, right there. And then I also think I might see is there one garbage can down next to the entrance on the right?
Yeah, it's probably this would be for taking tickets. This would be for selling tickets. And that's probably just a cylinder style garbage can.
What are those? Those don't exist at Disneyland.
And then this is the eating area next to Chicken of the Sea. So that's the tents for sun coverage, for shade. And then that's the character foods
that we saw a couple episodes ago. Maybe it was the last one. I don't remember. I am very curious about those towers in the corner, or on the left, but
I wonder, okay, hang on. So if this is a slide, I'm wondering on the year because I don't see Small World, unless that's not Small World. We would be able to see it from?
I'm trying to decide if we'd be able to see it or not. I would assume.
Where is the question?
Was Howard Johnson 64?
Let's find out.
I feel like that number or that year is sticking into my head for some reason.
Howard Johnson opened in 65.
65.
So that
was close.
That still could be before Small World.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me see if I can find. Actually, wait, attraction.
Watch, it's not even the Howard Johnson. Somebody's going to hop on and be like, well, that's not the Howard Johnson. That's...
The hard part with that is because of how much it looks like the Howard Johnson building style wise.
And it's basically right where you would expect it to be. I think it is.
Could be the two I have that could be this that I have listed in my inventory is from these are from 68. So either we don't see Small World. That might be the Howard Johnson.
Well, what do you think? Do you don't think that's the top of Small World in the bottom or in the middle on the left?
The middle on the this over here. That could be.
Because it kind of looks like the spires or whatever on top of Small World.
Or the spires that are all the way to the looking at it to the right. All right. That's our 5 photos for today. We didn't skip one. That's 1. That's 2, 3. Yep. Perfect.
No, I think that is our 5.
That's our 5 photos. Which was your favorite?
Easily the first one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I loved how high definition it was, so we could explore it so well. But I love all of the, I don't know, I like all of the different things that we can see in different parts of Fantasyland and beyond. And I feel like there might be even more that we didn't observe in this picture that it's fun to see then and now.
Let's say, can we see someone on a Mr. Toad car? I don't see. This is the end of the attraction. So interesting how open it was.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one. I think my favorite, though, is this one.
I was going to guess you would go with that one. I mean, it does.
I agree.
Was this the 5 garbage
monorail
can
would help out. Yeah, this is 5 garbage cans. So one.
Yeah, at least 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe even 6. That's Stripes.
It's possible.
Also, do we have one? Is it? No, they're all the same Fantasyland. Oh, this one's a little different. This one is the shield versus the stripe. 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think there's 6.
And then down here
there's one down
the 6. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the record's 6 now.
The record is 6.
Love it.
This one's fun.
That one was your favorite. Yeah, I think I like that one. I think if it was, I almost would prefer it being black and white and a little crisper.
Yeah. That was from scanning today. I had so many blurry photos, but I go, still got to scan it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We will talk about that at some point. This one's fun just because it's at dusk.
The blurry pictures.
Yeah, the blurry pictures. We'll still need it.
We're going to do a blurry episode where you guess what this is. That would totally work. I think that'd be a fantastic episode.
Squint your eyes.
Twist to the left.
And
I do like seeing Small World. I mean, this one's fun too. Yeah.
I have more of Small World. This is a good one from this vantage point, but to get more of the detail in Small World, there's a lot of other ones.
Nice. Very cool. I don't remember how we wrap this up.
Hang on. We talk about what we liked, and then tell us in the comments what your favorite photo was of those 5 that we have here. Yeah. And then be sure to rate and subscribe everywhere you possibly can.
And find us on Instagram.
These photos will go up when this episode goes up.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. All right. Well, hopefully you have enjoyed this episode. We're looking forward to many more with you in the future. If you have photos, feel free to go to our website and send them to us, and we will see if we can incorporate them in a future episode. But we'd always love to hear from you. Make sure to find us on social media and also the comments, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Photoniks.